If Apple put out a laptop this good for the same price or even $100 more to account for macOS, reviewers would praise it and consumers would be all over it. I'll just say it at the start, if you have $650 to spend on a laptop and you're okay with not having a full operating system, buy the Pixelbook Go, you won't be disappointed. It's very lightweight at just 2.3 pounds, and for a laptop this light, both the deck and the lid are impressively solid, and the materials feel great with a grippy yet soft touch matte finish. It's not as premium as the Pixelbook, but that was at least $1,000, and almost anybody spending that much money would want a full OS. Now $650 is a much more reasonable price, but still a decent ask compared to other Chromebooks that offer similar specs for less money. But in my opinion, if you can afford the extra price, do it. This is kind of like the MacBook of Chromebooks. It seems a little bit overpriced at first, but when you actually use it, you realize why it's worth the extra bit of cash compared to a cheaper alternative. In fact, it actually beats out the MacBook Air in a few ways. It's packing a 13-inch touchscreen display, the base model being 1080p, which I think most people should buy, and also a 4K model if you want to spend way too much money. It comes in at just over 350 nits of brightness, which is similar to the MacBook Air, and a fair bit brighter than most Chromebooks, which average about 250 nits. When playing back YouTube videos, it can actually oversample 4K 60 FPS video, and while it doesn't look as great as a higher res MacBook, it certainly looks good. Color accuracy is also very surprising at over 100% sRGB. It's actually 108%, the same as the new MacBook Airs, meaning you can actually edit photos where most Chromebooks won't display about 20% of the sRGB colors. Since Chromebooks support Android apps, I used the Lightroom app for Android to edit some JPEG and RAW images, and it worked way better than I expected, but not as good as an iPad Pro, so if your main goal is to edit photos, I would still suggest buying that instead. Using the touchscreen display provided for a better experience than the trackpad, but that makes sense because these apps are made for touch. Other apps such as Spotify, Nest Security, and even some games worked well, but be ready for some apps to be terrible, like Instagram, where it mirrored a smartphone and certain things didn't even work. But in my opinion, this is just an added bonus to the main point of a Chromebook, which is the minimalistic OS where you can't really mess things up, it's easy to understand and use, and it won't get junked up and slow down over time, and it also gives most normal people exactly what they need, which is a web browser. Most regular people that I know use their computers to get on the internet, check email, Google search things, listen to music, watch videos, and maybe do a few simple productivity tasks, most of which Google gives you with their G Suite that is fully available on Chrome OS. The Pixelbook does all of those things very well. The auto on is very convenient, especially if you pair your Android phone for Smart Unlock and to sync Chrome tabs and receive texts. The overall OS experience is simple and good. Web browsing performance is probably better than $600 Windows computers, which have way more background processes going on and need better hardware. And hardware-wise, it beats them out too, being on par or even better than Windows laptops to 2 to 3 times the price. The keyboard is backlit and fantastic to type on. I actually decided to type this review on these hush keys, as Google calls them, which have decent travel for a laptop and good feedback with a nice even press. I really hope that Apple's upcoming new scissor switch keyboard feels this nice. The multi-touch trackpad is also really good, better than many $1,500 Windows laptops and absolutely destroying most if not all Chromebooks and similarly priced Windows laptops. And the speakers? Wow, the quality is good, the sound is balanced with crisp highs, and the bass is quite decent, just like the 2019 Dell XPS 2-in-1 that we just reviewed, but much louder, resulting in a laptop that beats every Windows laptop we've tested other than the Huawei MateBook X in overall sound. Call me impressed. Along with that, the 3.5mm jack is good too, pushing my M50Xs louder than I need, where many Windows laptops are too weak for good headphones. We also have 2 USB Type-C ports for connectivity with dual LED charging lights, and the included 45-watt charger can fully juice up the Go in 1.5 hours, which will give you roughly 12 hours of use. I'm glad that Google put 8 gigs of RAM into the base model with the M3 processor compared to many that start with 4 gigs, and I think that the base model makes the most sense, as the CPU performance of the i5 isn't that much better but with more power draw, and stepping up further, the 4K display option with i7 will use even more power, but the extra performance in RAM is unnecessary for most. The biggest hurdle for the Pixelbook Go is the worry of not having a full OS, but if you're on the fence, I would just say go for it. The overall experience for the base price is way better than any other similarly priced Windows laptop, and many more that are a lot more expensive. For us, the Pixelbook Go is a major win for Google. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see more videos, click that circle above and down below to enable notifications, and we have a few other great videos for you guys right over there. This has been Max with Max Tech, and I will see you in the next video.